Yes, welcome back to the Lottery Detective. I'm going to do a game called Sata. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but there are several different names, not several, quite a few different names that this lotto game or lottery game that is played in the India, Asia, and Pakistan, possibly, that these numbers are two-digit drawings that are drawn every 15 minutes. Uh, and of course, you can play anywhere from 50 cents to a dollar on them, I believe, but mainly I do know a dollar. This is the information that someone gave me. What I would like to say about these particular games, in my opinion, they are not designed to play every 15 minutes. They definitely are not designed to play every 15 minutes. Maybe I would play 10 games, 5 games throughout the day and cut it off. But because in order for you to get a dollar and get $100 from your hit, I believe it would have to be straight. I'm quite sure straight box over there as well. But let me give you an example of what I came up with working with this particular two-digit game. Now, on the list, as we know, every 15 minutes it started out with 27. Then another 15 minutes, 47, 68, and 16. What I'm trying to do is to help someone with strategy is to, the best way, if you're going to play 5 or 6 games that day, straight in a row, you want to at least have a number that will appear by the 6 or 7 drawing before you cut it off. And that is my strategy for this person. So let's show here, starting out with the 27th. I have a sheet here that I'm using where the 27 is and how far down will my next drawing be before the number appears. And that's what I'm trying to use as my strategy. Now, all we're doing is not a tic-tac-toe. It's basically horizontal and vertical and using matrix. That's all I'm doing. With the matrix on the number 27, which was the first drawing, all I did was use my matrix and turned it into 72, which is the same number. And let me explain something. I kind of like the numbers that are fused together. What I mean by fusion, meaning that they are equivalent to one another. The 2 and the 7 in matrix is equivalent to one another. So they have equal value in terms of matrix. So what I did was gave 7, 2. Then I used my horizontal lines, and I got 22 here, horizontal here, and 77. And that's only 2 ways you can use those numbers, the and horizontal. But up and down, you can come back and use it as a 2 and a 7 and 72. Now, it did fall again that day, the 72, and it was on the 16th drawing. So he would have waited until the 16th drawing here. I hope you can see that. 72. If his cutoff period would have been 6 or 7 numbers now, he wouldn't have been able to catch the 72 again, or the 2, 7, which are fused numbers. Okay, let me go back and let's try the next number, the 4 and the 7, and we did our matrix, which gave it a 9 and a 2. We brought the 9 and the 2 over underneath the 4 and the 7. We did our horizontal crossover, and we have 9, 7, and 4, 2, or 7, 9, whichever way you want to go, up or down. And we have the 4, 2, or the 2, 4. Vertically, you have 4, 9, and 7, 2. And of course, here's your 7, 2 here. So pretty much, I would say these two complemented one another, but this is the degree you have to go through in order to find how numbers connect with matrix. So let's look over here and let's see where our 9, 7, 7, 9, and 4, 2, and 24 lies. Okay, we have 9, 2, and 2, 4. So we have none and 2, 4. Oh, we have another 72 that came later on during the day in the first drawing. But I still see no 4, 9, and 9, 7. And I think I'm saying that correctly. The 9, 7, and the 4, 2, 24. But if you see it on here, and I don't, but I did not see it when I first went over everything. So I didn't see anything out of that number in particular. Okay, we moved to the third number, and that was a 6, 8. The next 15 minutes, we converted it, and we have 1, 3. Let me see if we did have a 1, 3 anywhere, and it would have been later on during the day, way late during the day, probably more than your cutoff period. And I'm going to continue to suggest you need a cutoff period when you plan something like this. Okay, we get the 1, 8 and the 6, 3. So let's look for the 1, 8 and 6, 3. We have earlier the 8, 1 here. And the 6, 3. And I do not see it. I don't want to make this video too long, but anyway, I'm only going to do one more. We have the 6, 1 and the 1, 6 that came out of the 6, 8 because I did it vertically, and I got the 6, 1. And that's what was the fourth number that came that day, was the 6, 1. And I've gotten it from here vertically. So we have 3, 8, 8, 3, or 6, 1, or 1, 6. And the fourth number that was drawn that day was 1, 6. Now, from the 1, 6, we get the 1, 1 and the 6, 6, your deuces. So we convert it with the matrix 6 and 1 added together, and we get the 1, 1 and the 6, 6s. And also, if we went vertically, we're still going to get 1, 6 or 6, 1 regardless. And let's see, we have it here, and that was the only time of the day I think that number failed. Also, we had the 1, 3. I forget where we had the 1, 3. Like I said, it was later on during the day. But I'm just going to briefly say, you have to use your own judgment in playing games like this, because I don't think it was designed that you play every 15 minutes. You have to pick and choose when you're going to cut it off and what time or how many plays you're going to make in order to cut it out, in order for you to come out ahead. But this is what I'm suggesting that you do. It's not a tic-tac-toe, but all you're doing is using your matrix, converting your numbers, and put them back together. And the best numbers are some of you or the fusions, the ones that are equivalent to one another. And try those once you see them fall. You may want to try your fusion numbers that are equivalent to one another. I thank you for watching. I hope this helps you. If you have any other question in reference to this, you can email me or also leave a comment, and we will try to study this subject and this type of lottery a little farther. Thank you for watching.